What's going on, people? We're live back again to talk to you how you can start in real estate, how you can get your first deal done, and talk about actual tactical things that you can do to get started in real estate. Some of y'all want to get out of your 9 to 5, tired of doing the same old stuff, want to change your financial position. Some of y'all out here doing some other stuff, Instacart, cutting grass, doing all kind of Amazon Flex, all this and that. Side hustles, trying to do this. Like, dude, this is it. Real estate is it. It's the way to go if you really trying to completely change your financial situation. Anybody that really changed the financial situation, they end up coming back into this space, and it's a great space to start. So we're going to talk about getting your first deal, what it takes, and how we could maybe potentially help you get there. As two people, as I got my guy Cordero here, two people who are actually doing this business, doing deals day to day, who are currently doing deals. And this is what we do. Somebody who was just like you, hadn't done one deal, had to figure it out, was working my 9 to 5 for 13 years and had to figure it out. Maybe you've been doing whatever you've been doing for 13 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you 21 like Cordero, and you need to figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? You young, ain't got nothing going on, you ain't doing nothing with your life, and you need to figure this thing out, man. So but anyways, man, that's my monologue, man. This is the way to go when you're talking about getting to be, on that next level, getting rich, getting wealthy. Real estate is definitely the way to go, man. And just, what I'm saying, changing your life. I think that's the big thing for me, anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's more like I don't even really think about the money. I'm thinking about the stuff that we can do. Like every time I think about a deal, it's like I don't think about the money I get from the deal. I think about, okay, boom. It's like, oh shoot, that's private school tuition right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think about the stuff that I could do with it. So it's like, bam, there go my wife. Year salary right there. Another year. Don't even worry about working. Give me that time back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Real talk. And that's why they call it currency, because it flows like current flows. Money, and I used to hear stuff like you watch Power, and I forgot what the guy's name was. He said, money don't got no owners, only spenders. It's just like we think of money as, when you in that, what they call a matrix, the 9 to 5, the rat race, you thinking about having a certain amount of money and you stacking it up. Like, I'm like, oh, I got it. Or when you think about net worth, you think about cats having that much money sitting somewhere. That's not how it works. And when it comes to wealth, when it comes to changing your life, it's not about having a lot of money. It's about building a machine that allows a lot of the current to flow towards you. So it's not that I got this money. As a matter of fact, when you actually look at people's net worth, these are actually an evaluation of their machines that they have. So it's really like I own a business. My business generates $1 million in revenue. So they would times that by a certain amount. I think it's like 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or something like that. And then that becomes how much that asset is worth to you, because they're not measuring how much money it made. They're measuring the fact that it is a machine that allows money to flow to you. And so that's why we get to saying, if they don't know you, they can't flow you, or contacts equal contracts. Because the more people, anybody who's trying to get started, I'm gonna give you the shortcut. The shortcut is, even if you're trash, even when you're terrible because you just started out, even when you're terrible, if everybody in the world knew what you did, at least one of them would. At least one of them will work with you. I remember hearing a saying, somebody said, listen, if 1 billion Skittles fell out the sky, you catch a couple of them on accident. Like you have one time, all the Skittles done fall. You might have like one in your hand, couple in your pocket, some in your hoodie. It's like you catch some on accident. So it really is a numbers game in the beginning, because that's what real money is about. Not to deviate away from what Byron's talking about, but to enhance it. You got to start thinking about money differently. It's not about having a lot. That's not what it's about, because you're gonna spend it. And you can't take none of that with you, brother. You can't take none of the money that you got with you. It's about being able to do these things. It's about being able to afford to go on vacation, to afford to buy the vehicle that you want or need, the home that your family needs, or pay for your family's medical bills. It's not about keeping that money, because if it bought, you know what I mean? So when you think about it, it's about building a machine that you can make money, or building yourself up to the point where you can make money. That's why we got people joining our team, and we're working with people like Jade and Richard, who are working, and we always let them know, like, hey, listen, I'm glad to do deals. They actually are getting deals on the contract, closing on some deals, which we'll give y'all more updates on that later on. But I'd let them know, listen, it's not, we can close deals all day long, but I want you to know how to, because then you're building up that's building up your currency, because now you can let money flow to you. Now you got the knowledge to do so. Now you know how to go out there and get a deal on a contact, to generate leads, to close them, to put them, so on and so forth. But it's about being able to make money, not having money.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I was saying that the other day, it's like, man, figuring out how to fish, figuring out how to hunt. That's what I think about, man, when I think about this, because it's like, shoot, it ain't just me out this mug. You know what I'm saying? Cordero, he can, only drink water and eat, ramen noodles for the next 6 months and be straight. You know what I'm saying? Joe can live off that 35. Joe can eat off $100 for a month. You know what I'm saying?
Ramen noodles, but I will just eat some quinoa or like some rice or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We taking it out of it.
Dude, I promise you, man, I done ate off probably about $35 for 2 months out of that mug.
I can go there, bro. Because I don't know, Byron, you strike me as the type of dude, you don't cook. If your wife wasn't making most of the meals, dude, you gonna
make most of the meals for sure. She turned me to a non-cook though. I used to cook all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she turned me to a non-cook. But man, we used to cook back, man. I'm talking about 5 years old, 6 years old. Yeah, standing on top of the stool cooking out of that mug.
Making I went back to Chevyville, they got the kids making cornbread. Like homemade cornbread.
Oh man. You already know what time it is. But man, shoot. I think I was in college, man, and it was like, when you go to college, you get that balance. You know what I'm saying? For all your financial aid, this and that, you get that balance at the end. It was in the summertime. My balance was like $35. I'm like, man, I went and got me a big old pack of tilapia and some rice. Man, I ate it only one time a day. Ate half of that darn tilapia.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat the whole thing. I had to say the other half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would eat half of a tilapia and some rice. I'm like, man.
You was in the thick of it right there. And trying to go to school. And trying to go to school, dude.
They ain't going to school. So, yeah, it was crazy, man. But, hey, shoot, $35 for a whole summer, man, had to do it. Had to do it, dude.
I used to go to all the little, because they're going to have like free.
Oh, they're going to have some events. You got to hit them up for sure.
Yeah, it's mandatory. Like, you there because it's an event. I'm like, I got to go to the event. That's what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
Like Chick-fil-A sponsoring the college event. All right, I'm going. You mess around, go to one. They only got like cucumber sandwiches or something like that. You're like, give me like 18 of them. Give me 18 of them.
Shoot, hey, even when Joker ended up getting some money and got a little meal plan. Hey, Jugger would Jugger would go to the cafe in the morning and just stay there. Like, dude, man, I'm staying at Junior Monte. I gotta go to the next class. My class at 2. You know what I'm saying? I done went to class at 8. I went to class at 8 o'clock in the morning. Get to the cab around, 9:30.
Yeah.
Man, I'm staying in that mug until I go to my next class at 2.
But charging his phone in there and everything to the
Charging my phone, laptop out. Man, I'm sitting up in them mug. They go away for breakfast or lunch. I'm sitting up in them mug, man. Hey,
you gotta do, man.
Man, Jugger was doing whatever it took. But shoot, man, like I was saying, like, dude, man, that's that life though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you gotta be willing to do whatever it takes. That's one thing, man. That's a difference. And the real difference is just hitting the gas. You know what I'm saying? I think I told Jay that it's like, dude, just hitting the gas and going, man. That's the difference between you and everybody else. It's like, it's like, dude, Jay said, man, I'm finna about 30 leads. You just hit the gas. You just did it. You know what I'm saying? Other people sitting around trying to figure out how to do a deal. How do I do a deal? How do I do a deal? How do I do a deal? I'm trying to get it. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Dude, hit the darn gas.
Nah, they're not asking that. What they doing is trying to act like they can get it perfect before they take the first step. They like, well, I've talked to them. I got to calculate this. Well, I got to get this figured out first, and then I'll go. Nah.
Yeah.
Hit the gas.
Sure. On IG, Meldre said, great knowledge. Appreciate it, Meldre. Meldre said, how do I find leads? How do I find deals? Man, so perfect question. How do you find leads? Well, you could find leads a lot of different ways. I'll put it like that. And most ways work, when it cold calling more so than texting people nowadays. I think Rich was talking about putting bandit signs out. Bandit signs work. Driving for dollars work. Word of mouth work. PPL definitely work. But the biggest thing is, man, just really, like we said, man, putting it out there first of all, putting it out there that what you're trying to do. That's a great way to get leads. It's just making sure that people know what you're trying to do, and what you're trying to do is you're a service provider to investors in a particular area. And what does that mean? What service are you providing? You're providing them with discounted properties, right? You're providing them with properties that they're interested in selling. We're interested in purchasing. So you need to establish yourself as somebody who worked with a group of investors that's purchasing property in a particular area, right? When I say establish it with your family, establish it with your friends. All of those people should already know. It should be constantly, it's something that you need to hit people with over and 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 over again. You know what I'm saying? Until it's seared in their mind, right? What Grant Cardone said, brand, right? Old school brand is when they would, Cordero, I'm pretty sure he can give you the whole breakdown. He probably watched some TV show where he talked about branding people when they would, basically brand people, right?
Well,
Label
them. They branded cattle first.
Branded people too.
Yeah, that's where you get chattel. But Byron, don't let Byron fool you, bro. Byron's a history teacher. He was actually a history teacher for 25 years. You know what I mean? So he's been a history teacher since he was born. But
man, get out of here.
And that's absolutely it. I think the basic principle, if somebody say how you get leads, contacts equal contracts. Connecting with people equal leads. So when you say how do you get leads, I would define a lead. You got to define what a lead is, right? Going back and reading leads. I personally would define a lead as in our business, or just let's say any business, as somebody interested in your product or service, you have something to offer them, right? So that means when we're talking about seller leads, that means somebody who needs to sell their house, who needs to sell it fast for all cash, buying it as is. That's what we would call a lead. Anything else, I would consider it a prospect. That's just how I word it. I think when you read $100 million Leads by Alex Hormozi, he calls it leads. What I call prospects, he calls them leads. And then somebody who raised their hand and said, I'm interested in your product, he calls that a engaged lead, right? Which is fine, however you want to label it. You got the people you touch, and then the people who actually turn into somebody who, the people you contact, and then the people who actually turn into somebody who might potentially buy into your product or service. So in order to get, the more contacts you make, the more interested prospect or leads or engaged leads you might get. There's no type of contact. This could be your mom. This could be your best friend. This could be your pen pal. This could be the foreign exchange student from high school. This could be anybody. So the basic principle, contacts equal contracts, means all you got to do is talk to people. How you get leads is connect with people. That's like saying, how do you make friends? Or how do you get to know people? That's what really you're asking on a basic level, just to make it simple, to simplify it. So how do you get to know people and allow those people to get to know you, i.e. letting them know what you do and under what context that you're offering a product. So what product or service are you offering? Simple as that. You keep it simple and then go hard and then press the gas. I personally would recommend picking a lane because there are so many different ways you can get to know people. But when it comes to this business, to really be successful, people always greatly underestimate exactly how much it's going to take. Exactly how much it's going to take in any given direction to be successful. All of them work. Bandit signs work. Cold calling work. PPL works. PPC works. Facebook, and that in itself can have further niches. So if we're talking pay-per-click or just online leads in general, that could be Facebook, YouTube, TikTok ads, Google AdWords, and so all of it works, but you got to be able to go far enough and deep enough and hard enough in that direction in order to make it work. So I recommend picking one thing to start with. That's just me from the get-go. If you say, hey, I'm going to reach out to my family, then you need to be reaching out to them heavily, you know what I'm saying? Because there are real estate agents who build their entire business just on friends. Hey, just go through their contacts and people they know and just make that a regular, consistent part of their follow-up constantly. If you're going to do bandit signs, get you some bandit signs. But you need to commit to, okay, I need to be able to put X amount of bandit signs out, every week, I would break it up weekly, every week, and then constantly doing that every month, because your bandit signs are going to be getting taken down depending on what area you are. Some of them are going to get seen. Some of them are going to get noticed. And even if they don't get taken down, you want to be adding more, constantly adding more and more and more. Something to consider. So don't overload yourself and go spread yourself thin in the beginning because you have to go deep. You can market deep or wide, but you have to go learn from Byron's mistakes. Don't try to go nationwide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Don't even try to go nationwide. Don't think about it.
I was gonna say, I tell you, I was talking to the property leads guys, and I was like, why is nationwide like this? He explained it to me, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense, bro. That's why they got you. That's why they got you. But just something to consider, guys. How to get leads is probably the most important question.
Yeah,
but I'm going to, especially in the beginning, it's volume. You just have to do a lot. You're going to have to do a lot of whatever it is. Do a lot.
Yeah, for sure. You got to do a lot. But I would say, doing a lot is good. But when you mix doing a lot and mix that with somebody that can put you in the right put you or point you in the right direction.
Ooh.
Now you got rocket fuel. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying?
Yeah.
Now you got rocket fuel. Now you're gonna take off, because I remember when I started in 2020, you know what I'm saying? 2020, it's supposed to be like glory days, supposed to be awesome time, everybody making all this money. But I made my 30K and I made 6K off my second deal. And then like I was only making like 10K a month. You know what I'm saying? And I may have got up to like maybe made it had a 20K month or something like that. But I was doing 10K. Like you can go back and look at my videos, like, man, I want to make 20K a month, 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't doing much, for months. I was doing 2 deals a month, like scraping, trying to get 2 deals a month, working hard, trying to get 2 deals a month. You know what I'm saying? And then, like how many months? So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 10 months, dude. After 10 months of banging my head, trying to get a deal, doing 2 deals a month, maybe 3. I finally decided to pay somebody, I had to pay $5,000 for somebody to teach me how to do more. You know what I'm saying? But when I left, when I got in the right direction, I was already taking massive action. But when I got pointed in the right direction, that was rocket fuel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, look, you can go hard, which is great, but you get pointed in the right direction with that 10x effort, then you got rocket fuel. You know what I'm saying? So on IG, Meldre says it's a numbers game. It is a numbers game, but if I give you 20 leads, you might not get a deal. If I give Cordero 20 leads, he might get 2 or 3 deals. You know what I'm saying? So it is a number game, but you also need to be in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in the right direction. So Jesus Shuttlesworth on IG says was getting into it while in North Carolina, just moved to the DMV and about to focus up and start here, still chasing my first deal. No doubt, man. That's what we're talking about right now. How do you get to the deal? We got people on YouTube. Jay, what's up, man? He says, first and foremost, shout out to Open Resi. Shout out to Open Resi, man. It's Cash Buyer in Georgia. Man, if you need a cash offer, hit up Open Resi, man. They'll let you know if they can buy the property within 24, 48 hours. They'll let you know if they can buy and how much. So you can go to openresi.com and get your offer today. Richard said, what's up, guys? What's up, Richie Rich? Great job, Jay. No doubt, man. Jay closes deal. We need to get him on here. Maybe what's tomorrow? Friday? We got a tie Friday. No, Thursday?
Tomorrow, Thursday.
I don't know. We got to hit Jade up, see when he's available, man. Try to get this guy out on this thing. Says, thank you. Congrats on that deal on the contract. Yeah, man. Rich got deal on the contract. Shout out to Rich, man. He been on it, dude. He been on it.
Shout out to Rich. And talking about like it's just about taking action. Jaden is gotta be obsessed. Gotta be obsessed. You know what I mean? And that is one of the keys as well. Because all the stuff we talking about, again, I said this the other day, all of this advice we give you, all of it, it'll work, but you got to be in a certain mind space to do it. Like you can't be, first of all, you got to get rid of doubt and you got to be 100% committed and not almost obsessed. You got to be absolutely obsessed. Then from there, making all those contacts and bothering the people, you ain't even gonna be thinking about looking like a fool. You're gonna be thinking about like, I could be successful and I could provide a lot of value. I could do a lot of things for a lot of people. And so all of what the advice that we're going to give you, any advice anybody else is going to give you, all of that underpins you being obsessed. You have to be obsessed.
You got to be obsessed, dude. Like that's the number one thing. So Mildred said, I need the information. I'm in Georgia. Yeah, dude. I need to send out my buy box, man. I'm gonna set up something where I can get y'all on my buy box, maybe post it on my IG or something like that. But anyways, I buy everything newer than like 1950, 3-bedroom, at least 1.5 bath. At least 1,000 square feet. I like for it to be at least 1,100 square feet. And I dang near buy anything in Georgia. I like to stay around the Atlanta area, but I also do South Georgia. I do the Augusta area. I've done flips in the Albany area. So just send me anything you get. I definitely take a look at it. Might be interested in it. So send me anything you got in Georgia that fits kind of that type of property. So Jesus Shuttleworth on IG. My people popping off on IG. Jesus Shuttleworth on IG says, you most certainly have to be obsessed. It's worth the reward for sure. No doubt, man. It's definitely worth it, man. You got to put in the effort. But when you're able to get deals and keep doing deals and create some type of consistency, it can definitely change your life for sure.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. And so I think I don't hear a lot of people talk about that, honestly, is the people, and I've been guilty of this, you either give the advice or talk about the mindset. It's like we'll talk about the mindset you got to have, and then we'll talk about the advice and we'll give like actionable tips. But what I'm telling you this, all the tip stuff don't matter. All the actionable stuff don't. Like I remember in like Pee Wee football, playing football, the coaches could coach me all day long. I just didn't have that dog in me.
Yeah.
I just didn't have that mindset, like that hungry lion, like I'm the predator looking for a prey mindset. So they could be like, this is how you shoot the A. You playing defense, linebacker, this is how you shoot the A gap, B gap, this is how you do this is how you do that. None of this how mattered because I wasn't in that mindset. But if I was in that mindset, almost to the point, if you got the right mindset, then the how becomes a natural thing. Nobody got to tell you how to do something simple. Nobody got to tell you how to connect with people. You just be connecting with people.
Yeah.
When you get in that mindset, you're going to realize people going to start, you're going to be just doing, and you're just going to be generating results, and people are going to be asking you, how you do that? How you know, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're in the right mindset. It takes time to get there. You got to start laying the foundation of your understanding and just making sure this is something you absolutely want to do. So if y'all knew people, I'm curious if y'all could add to the comments, if y'all knew people just trying to get your first deal, do you know a lot? Would you say on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being like, I just heard about wholesaling, I just watched one video, and 5 being like, I'm Stephen Hawking at the wholesaling knowledge, I just haven't done my first deal? Where would you rank yourself? Like on a scale of 1 to 5, like I got a lot to learn, or I know everything, I just haven't taken action. Which you don't know everything, you're taking action, but I'm just curious what you would label, how you would label yourself.
Yeah. So while they're doing that, Meldre says, I'm about to research these properties. Then I will send them to you. I'll message you so that I can get your email. No doubt, man. Hit me up.
What properties is he talking about?
I don't know. I guess he got some properties in Georgia or whatever.
He might be talking about just your criteria, and he said he probably about to hit him up.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, probably some properties in Georgia.
Yeah.
These Subworth say I found out about this in 2018. Okay. I had 2 under contract in different states. I would say I'm about a 4.
You a 4? Dang. From 2018, he said he got a couple contracts in different states.
Yeah. I don't know if he did a deal.
Now, he already said he hadn't done his first deal. And that's the one that said he in DMV now. Because you know what it's like. Yeah. I went through that process too. Jesus. But
now that's Jesus Shuttlesworth, dude.
I know about Jesus Shuttlesworth. That's before your time though, Byron. That's before Byron's time.
That's way before your time, dude.
Aaron Young dude. Hey, I wrote the. I was almost gonna be in that movie too, by the way. But
Man,
I turned him down. But I think a lot of us go through that. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know I went through that phase. Like when I was first getting started, got a couple deals locked up, didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? And the deals fell through, and you get a lot of experience. But I think a lot of people go through that and they'll turn back. You know what I mean? They'll stop or they'll give up or they just you did not hit the gas hard enough. Even if that felt like hard work to get that far, to get deals on the contract, and then they fall through. You didn't do enough. And I'm not saying that in like a discouraging way, like you ain't doing enough, you ain't. What I am saying is to in more of an encouraging way to say, oh, all I got to do is more and I'll get it. Yes, that's the right answer. That's why I said that, by the way, because we all been there.
Yeah, man, for sure. You just gotta put forth more effort, man. Jesus Sutherland says, that's right. He got game, baby. Yeah, that's a good one right there, man. Skip Trace money goes out fast, and if I ain't coming in, but if it ain't coming in, it's hard to keep up the transactions. I hear you though, for sure. Yeah, dude. I mean, you got to spin it. And like I said, man, I said this not too long ago after we kind of started doing it. I think PPL, man, I think even for somebody who's kind of trying to get started, who's struggling to get leads, one of the best ways to kind of really get some traction is through PPL. You know what I'm saying? Pay per lead platforms. What's up, Janika? Pay per lead platforms like Need to Sell My House Fast, property leads, iSpeed Delete, stuff like that, where you can just buy leads. I think it's one of the best ways, even for beginners, to get started. Because a lot of times you're gonna waste a lot of money on leads anyway, either way you go. And it's gonna be difficult for you to get a deal because you can't identify a deal. At least with the PPL, you can pay for the lead, get it, and that person usually it's usually more identifiable. It's easier to identify. To me, anyways. To me, it's like even if I'm texting somebody, it's hard to identify that they're really in a situation. You know what I'm saying? If I'm cold calling somebody, I gotta have the skills to get to, the situation. While PPL, it's like they already have, communicated that there's a situation because first of all, they're on the internet looking to sell their house fast. You know what I'm saying? And they leave some usually details inside of the notes where they fill out the form. I need to sell ASAP. I'm looking to sell it for this much. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's why I would say PPL, man, is definitely a way to go. I don't know if you tried it or not. I think you said you was calling. So I would try that. But I also would try niche list to cold call. I don't know if you use a niche list to do your calls. But yeah, I would definitely try a niche list. What you think, man?
Yeah, man. I think we've talked about this before. I think as far as PPL, I think it obviously is going to cost you some more money per lead. It's going to cost you. Your best bet, again, with all of this, is to even with cold calling. Now I think about it, even cold calling, like for a brand new person who's just like, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do. It's like you ain't gonna be able to identify the lead, even in the PPL. You could get a lot of PPL leads, because you just don't know what a lead is. For example, and not to throw you under the bus, no way, Rich, but Richard is a one person I would consider who's new, who's probably far advanced, like an advanced person that with just a little bit of time, he gonna take off, and we're watching it unfold. But even Richard, just earlier today, he got a PPL lead and he texted over to me, said, hey man, I just want to know what you thought about this. The property was listed on the MLS for above at least the Zestimate. And so I'm just saying there's like that's why Richard can reach out to us. Richard being able to reach out to me or to Byron to ask, hey, we can help him identify a deal in his learning phase. So the learning curve becomes a lot shorter when you paying, the monthly cost that it would cost you to cold call, you pay that for one lead from PPL. See what I'm saying? And so, yeah, being able to connect with the right person, even if you were cold calling, you would be cold calling all day long. And you like, this person might be lead. I don't know. But being able to connect with people who can help you. Every time I look back in my career and I leveled up and I leveled up and I leveled up and I did a new thing and I went to the next level, it was always connecting with a person who was at another level or who was doing deals or who had done their first deal or who had done many deals. It was always having a guide, a mentor, if you will, a sage, if you will. Being able to have that is going to do. So I just say whatever marketing channel you do, yes. But if we're comparing the market channels from people who know what they're looking for, experience, PPL is the best because it's motivated inbound leads. The conversation is cake. You got somebody, it's the difference between having somebody say, hey, please, I need your help. You're the expert. I need you to help me, please, versus somebody who needs you, but they fighting you. They arguing with you. You ever see like a wild, you ever see those people on the Animal Planet and they got to like tranquilize a lion to help it or whatever? I don't know why they be out there, but they be trying to like, oh, we got to give the lion a steak and we put like, 8 peels, 20 peels off in the steak so the lion could pass out so we can help it. That's because they got to help. They want to help the lion. The lion needs their help. But if they don't tranquilize it, the lion will maul them. And that's kind of what those prospecting outbound leads is like, man, they could be in a worse situation. But if you call them and they didn't call you, even they'll work with you and you'll end up closing the deal. But it's just like they're going to fight with you and try to, it's like, dude, I know you need my help. Cut it out. Let's be real. You need my help. With the PPL, it's like if that lion had a conscience and could talk and could communicate with you and say, Mr. Sir, I know I'm a lion. Listen, but I hurt my paw. Could you please help me out? It just turns into a civil person. Now, we do get crazy stuff, and you buy 20 leads, you're going to get 19 crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Not for real. You're going to get about like, you buy 20 leads, you probably get like 15 just absurd things, asking way too much, already listed, trailers, stuff like that. You get your money back on that. But then you get like 3 follow-up laters and 2 that will hit. That'll be a deal. So it's just a lot easier because they're inbound. That's all. But you can also emulate this because if you see what Rich said, put them out and got 3 calls within 39 minutes. I think I hope Rich is talking about the
bandit signs.
Bandit signs. That's also another form of inbound leads that don't cost as much as PPL, but it costs you physical legwork that and time. You know what I'm saying? Constantly putting them out, but it works the same. That's one thing I haven't thought about in a long time because I hadn't done bandit signs in a long time. But bandit sign leads is just like the PPL leads. These are people who called you, and they be ready to go. Just as a FYI.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think, obviously, like I was saying at the beginning, like all this different marketing stuff work. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when you're getting these inbound leads, it's going to help a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, inbound leads at scale.
Yeah. Let's see on IG. Shout out Kodak, man, coming through on IG. Appreciate you, man, for sure. What Rich say? Rich says means a lot, no doubt, man. Rich says not the line. Yeah, dude. It's like, dude, when you put in that work, man, it just hit different, man. You know what I'm saying? You put in that work, that thing hit different. When you see somebody putting in that work, and they get into these leads and they get into these deals, you just can tell, man. You can tell who out here putting in work and getting the deals, dude. You know what I'm saying? That ain't hard to identify either. Kodak said, "What up, fellas? What going on, man?" Kodak, one of them old heads, man. And I ain't saying you old. I'm saying that you've been with us, man. Been with us for a minute. So Rich says that's how I look at it. Paying for people, but it keep working for me.
For the people.
Oh, PBL, pay PBL. Yeah, dude. It don't matter how you get leads. If you find a way to how to generate them, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you go and generate leads, keep doing it. If you whatever you're doing, bandit signs and generate leads, keep doing it. It's like dude, whatever you're doing is generating leads, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And if whatever you go ahead.
I was gonna say, and if you start closing deals off those leads, turn it up. Like lay into it until you see, and then if it squeeze the blood out of a rock, good night. I'm talking about you need to go. If you can find something that works, just hit it. You know what I mean? I think we talk about that just like once you go through seasons and then you have like a good season and a down season, and then you like, nah. I thought it was going to, nah. Once you find something that works, because as the market changes, different things work. You know what I mean? I believe inbound leads will always be the way. Marketing, just in general, will always be the way. But how we adapt to it, because none of us expected like launch control to go down the way it did. And everybody was kind of like leaning into that. But while launch control was rocking, dude, if you just leaned into that,
yeah.
You could start texting. You could get launch control today, and depending on what subscription that you got, if you got enough, you could get you a deal that day. Just upload your stuff, and if you had all of the the templates and all of that, you know what I'm saying, you could get you a deal that day off of launch control.
Yeah,
because it's crazy how it works. So when you find something like that, go hard, turn it up.
Yeah, man, no doubt. So Rich says, hopefully I'll try to get Byron to buy one. Dude, hey, I'm trying to buy, man. I'm trying to buy. So that's my biggest thing, man. I need more and more deals, man. I need deals to buy. So you find anything in Georgia, let me know. I'm definitely looking to buy more and more and more. So, shoot, man, definitely to buy more leads. But shoot, man, if y'all got more questions, we've been on this thing dang near 45 minutes. We in this thing on the late tip, man. I know Cordero been running all day, chasing people down, busting people doors down, trying to get people under contract. And I've been chasing stuff too, man. I just thought about a lead that I should have hit back, that I hadn't hit back. So I'm like, man, yeah, tomorrow really
it's always one at the end of the day. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. You better get hit over the head first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you got to get hit over the head first thing in the morning. I'm like, man, we've been chasing you for a minute. I can't let you go.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. If you want to join our team, if you want to join the acquisitions team, reach out to me up on IG, Cordero Martin 615. But again, we got something special that we rolling out. I just want to get y'all, in the right mindset. For a lot of you guys that kind of let us know you're just getting started. Some of you who felt like you're more 1 out of 5. We had Jesus Shuttlesworth say he was a 4. Then you might have another person that say he's more like at a 1 or a 2, just trying to figure it out. Regardless of where you at, if you're trying to get to that first deal and you want something that's a little bit more confident, we got something for you that we're rolling out. So we just want to help a couple people get to their first deal. We got some testimonies. We got some cats that we doing it. We doing what we said we was going to do. Consider that. And so just stay tuned. But if you have some questions in general, just reach out to us. That's contacts equal contracts. If you could reach out to me, if you're watching me talk right now and you could reach out to me and ask me whatever question within reason. You know what I mean? Just reach out to me, reach out to Byron, reach out to Richard, reach out to Jaden, Reach out to the people in the comment section. Like, don't, especially with the newer guys, I'm gonna remind you, like, don't be like, I got to do all this by myself. That's Byron's a self-made. He did everything by himself. Cordero's self-made. He did everything on his own. No. So reach out, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. You got to connect with other people. So reach out. Let's connect, man. Let's get some deals done, man. But shoot, what's today? Wednesday. We got Thursday, and then we got our tie Friday, man. So tomorrow we'll be back, man, and come at y'all. We got to go a little bit early, man, so we can have more energy, go crazy on them tomorrow, man. But shoot, man, if y'all need something until then, man, hit us up on IG. But shoot, man, until tomorrow, peace out.